Welcome to God. God! Oh, that'd be 10% of your salary. And don't forget your weekly subscriptions. Sundays, 2 hours, no effing refunds. Sounds like a business, right? Huh? Because it is. The contract they never read to you. The moment you say, I accept God, someone hands you a bill. 10% off the fucking top. Before rent, before food, before school fees, God's money. And if you don't pay, they don't say God loves you anyway. They say things will be tight for you. Things will be tight for you. The devourer will eat up your finances. You're robbing God. That's not faith. That's fear with a collection basket. A collection basket. 21st century church. The business model, you dig? Sunday service is no longer church. It's a weekly subscription. Okay? The stages is a set. The music is a live concert. The message is 20 minutes of motivation plus 40 minutes of giving. In the center of it all, Daddy G-O-D. Huh? The man of God. The brand. The CEO. Remember Levi? Huh? The Bible said tithes were for the poor, the widow, the stranger, the Levites who had no land. Now, it's private jets, understand me? For mansions, for church projects, that's with quotes, that look like a real estate. They look like real estate. Fortunate 500. For cameras, lights, and the pastor's fifth car. Not the fourth one, but the fifth one. The audacity of the manipulation, question mark. Let's name it, spiritual blackmail. If you don't pay, God will punish you. Since when did love come with penalties? Number 2, blessing for sale. Sow a seed and watch God open doors, quote unquote. So now God's favor has a price tag now? So God's favor have a price tag. 3, guilty and guilt as growth strategy. They'll preach about grace for 10 minutes, then spend 30 minutes making you feel guilty for not having more. 4, the poverty curse. Things will be tight if you don't tithe. Translation, pay us or we will scare you to death. That's not gospel. That's not the gospel. This is MLM with worship music. And what hurts the most? It's not the money. People are generous. People want to give. What hurts is the lie. That God is broke and needs your cash, your money. That your breakthrough is locked behind a transfer. That the same guy who owns cattle on 1,000 different lands is waiting on your 10% to survive. The money that was supposed to feed the hungry is now funding drama, ego, and the empire. And what real giving looks like. Giving should be free, joyful, no pressure, no threats, no cameras. It should feed people, right? Clothe people, heal people, build community. If your church is rich but your members are struggling, that's not a church. That's a corporation. And ultimately, truth is not protected by tithes or tithes, but by principles and values that can withstand scrutiny. The principle, God doesn't need your money. Peep game. People do. Okay? That's not God. The truth, fear is the currency of manipulation. The morality, to use God's name to empty pockets, is theft in a holy language. You see, dignity is given because you want to, not because you're scared to. And any exploitation is when we stop funding lifestyles and start funding lives. In a world of real fate, it's built when the money goes to the needy and not the greedy. When the money goes to the needy, not the greedy. Huh? And so, let's be honest. Have you ever given out of fear instead of love? Huh? And what would the church look like if there was no offering, no tithe, no pressure? If 10% of church money went directly to the poor this month, how many lives would be changed? Let's be real. Get at me. No shame, just truth. And share this if you're tired of spiritual subscriptions and ready for fate that doesn't come with a bill. God never sent an invoice. No. He don't need your invoice. He don't need your money. He don't need your money. Man did that. Okay? Man did that. Continue to unlearn, relearn, and learn. Continue to evolve. Peace.